In the late 1990s, a young woman named Sara Blakely lived in a tiny apartment in Atlanta, Georgia. She was 27 years old, selling fax machines door to door. Every day, she put on her high heels, wore uncomfortable corporate outfits, and walked the streets, knocking on doors, trying to convince strangers to buy something they didn't really need. She faced rejection after rejection. People slammed doors in her face. Some days, she cried in her car before moving on to the next door. But deep down, Sara had something powerful, an unbreakable belief that she was meant for more. One day, getting ready for a party, Sara faced a common problem. She wanted to wear her favorite white pants, but nothing looked right underneath. Not her pantyhose, not her underwear. Out of frustration, she grabbed a pair of scissors, cut the feet off her pantyhose, and wore them under her pants. And just like that, she felt more confident, more comfortable. An idea was born. What if women could have shapewear that actually made them feel good? Sara had no background in fashion, no investors, no rich family connections. She spent 2 years researching fabrics, calling hosiery mills, and working late into the night. Most manufacturers laughed at her. "You're just one girl with no experience. It'll never work." Over and over, she heard no, but Sara refused to give up. She believed that if she could just get one chance, she could change everything. Finally, one mill owner gave her a shot, only because his daughters loved the idea. Sara spent her entire life savings, $5,000, to launch her product. She even wrote her own patent because she couldn't afford a lawyer. She designed the packaging herself, using bold, happy colors, because she wanted shapewear to feel empowering, not shameful. Sara managed to get a meeting with a buyer at Neiman Marcus, a luxury department store. During the meeting, Sara noticed the buyer wasn't quite understanding what made her product different. In a bold move, Sara dragged the buyer into the women's bathroom and showed her the difference. One leg with her invention, one leg without. The buyer was stunned. Right there, in that bathroom, Sara got her first major order. But Sara didn't stop there. She drove across the country, visiting every Neiman Marcus store, demonstrating her product to employees. She personally sold to customers, telling her story, building excitement, one person at a time. Then, the unthinkable happened. Oprah Winfrey heard about her product and named it one of her favorite things on national TV. Overnight, demand exploded. Orders flooded in. Sara Blakely had built something powerful. Not just a product, but a brand that made women feel confident and strong. She called it SPANX. Despite becoming the youngest self-made female billionaire at the time, Sara stayed grounded. She set a mission for SPANX: to help women feel great about themselves and achieve their dreams. Sara pledged to give away millions to support female entrepreneurs. She never forgot what it felt like to be told no, to be the underdog, to work alone with no roadmap. Today, SPANX is a global company, and Sara Blakely remains a symbol of hope, courage, and relentless belief. Sara's story teaches us, you don't need millions to start. You don't need connections to win. You just need courage, grit, and the belief that your ideas matter. You don't have to wait for someone to open the door. You can build your own. Don't be intimidated by what you don't know. That can be your greatest strength. Sometimes, success isn't about having the perfect plan, the right connections, or a big bank account. It's about relentless belief in yourself. Sara Blakely faced rejection after rejection, worked from a tiny apartment, and built SPANX with just $5,000 and an idea no one believed in. She didn't wait for someone to open a door. She built her own. The lesson? You don't have to know everything. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to start, stay persistent, and believe that your dreams are worth fighting for. Because when you refuse to give up, even the world's loudest no can eventually turn into the loudest yes. Believe in your idea, believe in yourself, and go make it happen.